Do you ever wonder how our world came into existence? Who were the first builders of our human society? In this video, we are going to travel back in time to an era before recorded history to learn about some of the earliest human settlements and the people who lived there. Join me on a journey to explore the mysteries of these ancient civilizations and discover how they laid the foundation for our modern world. These ancient builders didn't have the benefit of modern technology or tools, but they were still able to create structures that are truly awe-inspiring. From the pyramids of Giza to the megalithic tombs of Europe, their legacy lives on in the ruins that have survived the test of time. We'll also learn about the daily life of the people who lived in these settlements, their customs, beliefs, and way of life. We'll uncover the secrets of their art, their rituals, and their mythology, and gain a deeper understanding of what it means to be human. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be transported to a world that existed thousands of years ago. Let's go back in time and meet the first builders of our world. In the beginning, there was nothing. Then from nothing, something appeared. Then from that, more somethings appeared. And then everything appeared. This is how the ancient Sumerians described the creation of the world, and it's a fitting metaphor for the emergence of our civilization. From humble beginnings, we have grown into a global society with a rich history and culture. But where did it all begin? What were the first steps in a long journey that led to the development of our modern world? To answer this question, we must go back to the dawn of human history, to a time when our ancestors were just beginning to emerge from the Stone Age. During the Stone Age, humans used rudimentary stone tools to hunt and gather food. They lived in small nomadic groups and had not yet developed the concept of agriculture or permanent settlements. However, as the climate began to change and the environment shifted, humans were forced to adapt. Some groups began to settle down and grow their own food, while others migrated to new areas in search of sustenance. It was during this time period that some humans began to develop new technologies that would eventually lead to the birth of civilization. For example, the invention of the wheel allowed for easier transportation of goods, and the development of pottery helped preserve food and water. The most important innovation, however, was the domestication of animals. This allowed humans to have a more reliable source of food and also provided them with the strength to perform tasks that were previously impossible. One of the first animals to be domesticated was the dog, followed by sheep, goats, cattle, and pigs. These domesticated animals would play a vital role in the development of early civilizations, providing humans with food, clothing, and labor. With these innovations, humans were able to establish permanent settlements and develop more complex social structures. As villages grew into towns and eventually cities, the first civilizations were born. Some of the earliest known civilizations include those in Mesopotamia, Egypt, the Indus Valley, and China. Each of these civilizations developed their own unique culture, language, and government, but they all shared one thing in common: the use of writing. Writing was one of the most important innovations of the ancient world. It allowed humans to record their thoughts, keep track of important information, and pass on their knowledge to future generations. The first writing system to develop was cuneiform, which was used in Mesopotamia around 3200 BC. This system used wedge-shaped marks made on clay tablets and eventually evolved into a more complex system of symbols. Another early writing system was hieroglyphic, which was used in Egypt around 3000 BC. This system used pictures and symbols to represent words or sounds and is still one of the most iconic forms of ancient writing. Writing allowed for the development of more complex systems of government, trade, and communication, which in turn led to the growth of larger and more powerful empires. For example, the Egyptian Empire stretched from the Mediterranean Sea to the Nubian Desert and lasted for over 3,000 years. During this time, Egypt became a center of trade and culture, and its pharaohs became some of the most powerful rulers in the ancient world. Another great empire that rose to power was the Roman Empire, which at its peak controlled much of Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. Rome's advanced legal system, infrastructure, and military power made it one of the most influential civilizations in history, and its legacy continues to be felt today. But as empires rose and fell, so did the people who lived under them. The ancient world was home to some of the most brilliant minds in history, such as the Greek philosophers Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, who made significant contributions to mathematics, science, and philosophy. The Romans were also known for their engineering skills, having built roads, aqueducts, and other structures that are still standing today. Despite the achievements of these civilizations, life in the ancient world was not easy. There were frequent wars and conflicts, and natural disasters such as floods and droughts were common. Disease was also a major problem, and outbreaks could often wipe out large portions of the population. However, even in the face of these challenges, the ancient people persevered. They developed new technologies, made incredible discoveries, and created lasting works of art and literature. Their ingenuity and adaptability allowed them to survive and thrive in some of the most inhospitable environments on Earth. From the earliest settlements in Mesopotamia to the sprawling cities of the Roman Empire, the ancient world was a time of incredible innovation and achievement. While much of this history has been lost to time, we can still marvel at the ingenuity and creativity of our ancestors. Their stories are a reminder of the resilience and adaptability of the human spirit, and their legacy continues to inspire us today. As we look back on the history of our world, we can see that our civilization has come a long way. From the first rudimentary tools of the Stone Age to the advanced technologies of today, we have made incredible progress. But we should also take a moment to appreciate the foundations upon which our modern world was built. The ancient builders of our world were some of the first humans to develop agriculture, domestication of animals, writing, and other innovations that allowed for the development of complex societies. They created the first cities, established trade routes, and developed new technologies that made life easier for those who came after them. Without the contributions of these ancient builders, our world would be a very different place. We would not have the same access to resources, technology, or knowledge that we do today. Their legacy lives on in the ruins that have survived the test of time, as well as in the DNA of our modern society. As we continue to explore the mysteries of the ancient world, we can learn from the mistakes and successes of our ancestors. By understanding their way of life, customs, and beliefs, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the rich tapestry of human history. So let us take a moment to pay tribute to the first builders of our world, the ancient builders who laid the foundation for our modern world. Their ingenuity, creativity, and hard work allowed for the development of civilization, and their legacy continues to inspire us today. As we look to the future, let us strive to build upon the foundations they laid so many years ago and create a world that is even better than the one we have today. And on that note, let's bring this video to a close. I hope you enjoyed learning about the first builders of our world. If you did, please like this video and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching.